Good morning, students. So, in the last class, we are just discussing regarding chemical equations. So, chemical equation. So, I briefed regarding chemical equation in the last class. Again, we are starting from the beginning. So, what do you mean by chemical equation? Suppose I want to say that hydrogen combines with oxygen to produce water. So, in order to represent a reaction taking place actually, when hydrogen combines with oxygen, it produces water, you know that. So, suppose we want to represent it, हमको express करियर अछि. So, how can we express? Now, we can express it verbally like this. Hydrogen reacts with oxygen to produce water. So, this is a lengthy means. It is a lengthy term to represent the chemical reactions actually happening. So, what happens during the chemical reaction? Now, some reactants, they react with each other to produce or to form some products. So, this is what happens during the course of a chemical reaction. Then they go to hydrogen. Hydrogen with diatomic gas combines with oxygen to produce water. So, instead of saying such a lengthy sentence, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water, we can directly represent it like this. So, this is called chemical equation. So, how to define a chemical equation? Now, it is the shorthand, it is the shorthand, that means small shorthand representation of a chemical reaction taking place actually. So, what is chemical equation? Now, it is the shorthand representation of a chemical reaction taking place actually. Okay. So, instead of saying such a lengthy sentence, we can directly write it like this. Hydrogen H2 combines with oxygen O2 to produce water. So, what we are doing by writing the chemical reaction? Now, on the left hand side, we are writing the reactants. Left hand side I am called up to reactants. Then we are giving an arrow mark. So, there are 4 different types of arrow which will be used, which I will telling you later on. So, on the left hand side, we are placing the reactants. On the right hand side, we are placing the products. And this arrow means yields or gives or produces. This arrow means these two, they produce this product. Okay. So, this is how a chemical equation is generally written. On the left hand side, reactants are written. On the right hand side, the products are written. Okay. So, the first condition of a chemical equation is that it must be balanced. You know the law of conservation, mass conservation. That means the number of reactant atoms or molecules on the left hand side should be same as that of the reactant of the product molecules or atoms on the right hand side. That means left hand side reactant side रे जतेटा atom जो element रो थिबो right hand side रो सही element सेटा atom थिबा दरकार. That is called a balanced chemical equation. So, what is the first condition of chemical equation? Now, as per law of conservation of mass, it should be balanced. That means same number of elements should be present on the left hand side as well as in the right hand side. That means in the reactant side as well as in the product side. So, look, there are 2 hydrogen atoms present on the left side, 2 hydrogen on the right side. That means with respect to hydrogen, it is balanced. But there are 2 oxygen atoms on the left hand side. That means in the reactant side, but 1 on the product side. That means this chemical equation is not balanced. But as I told you, our first condition maintain करिया पड़िबो. What is the first condition? That the chemical equation must be balanced. So, this equation which is not balanced is called a skeleton equation. That means this equation is not balanced. Just it is a representation of the chemical reaction taking place. So we first one we will write the skeleton equation. Then second condition, we have to balance it. So how it can be balanced? Look, H2 plus O2 H2O. So we will multiply it with 2, it with 2. Number of hydrogen atoms 4, 4. Oxygen 2, 2. Now it is balanced. So when the chemical reaction is balanced, what we will do? Now we will place a equal sign. So equal sign means this chemical equation is a balanced chemical equation. So normally instead of arrow for a balanced chemical equation we use this symbol, that is equal to. So this means it is a balanced chemical equation. So it is a balanced equation. That means the number of atoms present in the reactant side will be same as that of the product side. Now I can compare 4 hydrogen atoms here, 4 here, balanced. 2 oxygen atoms here, 2 oxygen atoms here. That means this is a balanced chemical equation. So how to balance? Now in order to balance, we are multiplying the reactant and product with some numericals. Suppose we have multiplied this with 2, this with 2. So what are these numericals? Now they are called stoichiometric coefficients. These numbers which are used or which are multiplied to balance a chemical reaction are called stoichiometric coefficient, because this is a stoichiometrically balanced chemical equation. That means the number of atoms on the reactant side is same as that of the product side. So this is called a stoichiometrically balanced chemical reaction. So these numbers which are used to be multiplied so that the chemical equation is balanced are known as stoichiometric coefficients. Okay. Next we will discuss regarding the various norms or terms used in a chemical equation. So next students will discuss the signs used, SIGN, signs used in a chemical equation. In a chemical equation. कौन-कौन sign use है देखिए chemical equation. So first regarding the arrow it should be clear. So the arrow mark which is used in between the reactant and products can be of 4 types. So suppose the arrow is like this, then the in between there can be equal mark, then we can use a representation like this, then we can use a representation like this. So they are clearly different from each other. Just look at them. So we can use 4 types of signs in between the reactant and products. So when there is a single headed arrow, that means it means that the reaction is taking place in the forward direction only. In the forward direction only. That means in this case only the reactants, they are reacting to produce the product. So when an arrow with a single head arrow on the right hand side, that means the reaction is proceeding in a single direction. गोटे direction के बढ़ाऊँची, को direction ने, and the direction of the products. Then when there is equal mark, I already told you, the equal mark means the chemical equation, the equation is stoichiometrically balanced. So equal to when placed between reactant and products. So in this side we write the reactants, in this side we write the products. So when there is an equal sign between the reactants and products, it means that this equation is stoichiometrically balanced. I already told you what is stoichiometrically balanced. That means the number of reactant atoms present on the left hand side is equal to the product atoms present on the right hand side. And for the law of conservation of mass, I have already told you. Then when there is a double arrow, full arrow, there is a half arrow here, there is a full arrow. So when there is a double arrow in both the directions, that means the reaction is taking place in both directions. That means the reactants, they react with each other to form the products. Again, the products, they become the reactants. They combine to give back the reactants. That means the reaction is proceeding or taking place in both directions. Reactant to that combine the product form korchoti. Again, products they use to act as reactant. Again, they are forming the or giving back the reactant. So the reaction is taking place in both directions. So this is called a reversible reaction. It is called a reversible reaction. Okay. So this is called a reversible reaction. That means when the reaction can take place in both the directions, that reaction is called reversible reaction. Okay. So it is when both arrows are present, it means that the reaction is taking place in both the directions. So after taking place in both directions, what happens? Now the rate of forward direction becomes equal to rate of backward direction. That is called equilibrium. So this half arrow means the reaction is in equilibrium. So in first year we will be studying the chapter equilibrium. For the time being, you know that what is equilibrium. Now when rate of forward reaction becomes equal to rate of backward reaction. Okay. So this is called equilibrium. So there is a very minor change in the arrow pattern for a reversible reaction and for a equilibrium reaction. So when the arrows are full, it means the reaction is taking place simultaneously in both directions, and after some time equilibrium will be there, equilibrium will be reached or attained, then we will use half arrows like this. Okay. Next students, we use to represent the state of the reactants and products as per some convenient signs. That means the reactant and product can be present in these states. So state of reactant and product, the reactant or product can be present in solid state, can be present in liquid state, and can be present in gaseous state. So these are the states. Apart from these three states, it can be present in aqueous state. So normally these are the states in which the reactants and products are present. And we used to mention the state of the reactants and products in the chemical equation. So for mentioning the solids, repeat the solids, what we do? Now we used to write small s within the bracket. For liquid, we used to write small l within the bracket. For gases, we used to write small g within the brackets. And for aqueous solution, we used to write AQ, small AQ within the brackets. So next is to mention the state of the reactant and products in the chemical equation. These are the abbreviations which are used, or the signs which are used to mention the state of the reactant as well as the product. For example, suppose we will write the Haber's process where ammonia reacts with, you have to mention this state. So you have to ammonia reacts with hydrogen to produce nitrogen reacts with hydrogen to produce ammonia. This is called Haber's process. Okay. So 3H2 2NH3. First, this is a balanced chemical equation. Then this mark means this will be in equilibrium soon. Okay. Then N2 is in the gaseous state, nitrogen gas, hydrogen is also gas, ammonia is also gas. So this is how we have to mention the state of the reactants as well as products by using these symbols. Okay. Then in the old methodology, the arrows were also used to depict regarding gases and precipitates. In addition to these, suppose there will be a downward arrow. Downward arrow. So when there is a downward arrow, it means a precipitate is formed. Precipitate is a solid. Koitil last class re, which is formed precipitate. That means a solid is formed. So when a downward arrow will be marked against a product, you have to follow that there is a precipitate which has been formed. Similarly, when there is an upward arrow like this, upward arrow a gas has been formed which will escape away. So apart from the states of the reactants and products, these are the convenient signs which are used. Downward arrow means a solid or precipitate has been formed. Upward arrow means a gas has been formed which will escape out. Okay. Next we will discuss regarding the temperature. Then students, with respect to heat evolved or heat required, the chemical reactions, that means thermochemical reactions. So what are thermochemical reactions? Now those reactions in which evolution of heat or heat is evolved or required. So with respect to requirement or evolution of heat, the chemical reaction can be of two types. One, where heat is evolved, that is called exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction, where heat is evolved. Then another one is endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction, where heat is required. Okay. With respect to requirement or evolution of heat, the chemical reaction can be of two types. Exothermic means heat is evolved during the reaction. Endothermic means heat is required during the reaction. Okay. Similarly, so for this we used to represent it as del H, that is change in enthalpy. So for this del H would be negative, for this del H would be positive. Okay. For example, N2 3H2 gas gives rise to 2NH3 gas. Del H is minus 92 kilojoule per mole. So it is normally written like this. That means you have to follow that heat is evolved. That means it is an exothermic reaction in the forward direction. Okay. So these are the various signs used to represent a chemical equation. So this is for today. We will discuss the remaining part in the next class. Thank you.